Hey yo, this is gNightrow. The reason I haven't uploaded in a long time, apart from yesterday where I reacted to the Sekiro Shadows Die Twice trailer, was because I have been concentrating on my college work for past year, and within the past 3 months it became really difficult to do YouTube as well as the college work. So my course involves me doing 3D animation. I am wanting to be a texture artist and a environment artist. I'm not really too sure which sort of industry I want to get into. Most likely I'd like to be getting into games, but even then it's quite tricky. So I'll show you what I've done. This animation is called Jone the Motorcyclist Protagonist, and is essentially a motorbike going past cars on a desert highway, and a helicopter goes up from the horizon and starts shooting down at Jone. You can see the person going left and right on the helicopter. The motorbike launches itself off a ramp or a pile of rocks and explodes, and the wheels get flung off, and then Jone pushes off the two bad guys which are inside the helicopter off the helicopter. You can see that there's quite a lot of apparatus around the character Jone. These are controllers which are used to control the actual skeleton which controls the character Jone. Yeah, so this is the skeleton which starts off here and then leans forward. For some reason at the beginning the skeleton is stretched and the bones are stretched, therefore the entire model is also stretched, and it makes him appear very fat. It looks so creepy right now. Despite, if I go into the graph editor and track view curve editor, you would see here that the scale is locked. I have no idea why that is. You would expect if the scale is locked then it shouldn't actually stretch, but fortunately if I go to camera and then the camera which I'm supposed to go to, it's not actually within the scene, so I don't need to think about that sort of thing. The reason that the textures look quite weird in the viewport here is because they are only representing very basic versions of the more advanced textures after the scene is rendered. So hit render here, you would see the textures being a lot more high quality. So here you can see the textures are bumpy. How I did that was using various texture maps. So if I press M, it'll show up with loads of nodes. So if I go to the land textures, which are far over here, all these nodes make up this one texture. All these nodes go into the specific areas of this main node, and then I basically drag out this thing here onto the actual land itself. So first of all, I've got the diffuse, which is the basic color, which doesn't have any light information at all. It's just the basic color. I've got the specular levels, which is how much light is supposed to bounce off the object. Glossiness is how reflective it is, and the normal maps shows the direction of the light which goes into the bump, and you can also have additional bump which has a bit more detail. I'm not really too sure, but I think I've explained it to a basic amount. I've got a sunlight here and a camera here. If I play the animation, you can see that the entire map rotates instead of the camera and the motorcycle traveling, so it creates the illusion that the camera and the motorbike are traveling when they're not. They're just staying in the same place. That has the advantage of, one, I just need to focus on the sideways movement, and two, I don't actually need to animate the skybox to be in line with the camera. And also The reason that it's a circle is because you are not limited by the size of the map in order to travel a long distance. So I can just loop it round and round and round, and I'm not actually limited by the size of geometry. So this project was done within a very short period of time, and if I had a lot more time, then I would do things like add more objects to the scene. I've only got cactus, and also I would add mountains in the scene so that it's not a sudden edge, so there isn't a sudden drop in the sight. I'll play the animation again, and please tell me what you think of this. If you are new to this channel, gNightrow, then please subscribe with notifications on. Click on the like button and follow me on Twitter at gobdiam. Thank you very much for watching. I will show you other animations in the future, and I will show you how I did them. And also I will probably do videos on the programs such as Substance Painter or Substance Designer, and also maybe Blender or any other programs which you're asking me to do. Other than that, I will do videos on Dark Souls and also my personal project on the scalar model, and maybe creating that scalar model into an actual fan game. Alright, thank you very much for watching, and bye bye.